that you do not succeed, so then they could, you know, smile when they see you fail. You don't want to be around those types of people, all right? And a lot of times, majority of the people around you and are those types of people. They compete with you. When you're in a classroom, for example, all the students, you might be sitting next to 28 students. Most of the time, those 28 students, they're there, for themselves, and they're not looking to help you. They just want to help themselves. All right. The teacher is supposed to be the one that helps you. All right. Now, it's what I'm saying is that when you watch TV, or you see somebody do something that you think is pretty amazing and you want to learn from that person, you should be striving to learn, so then you could get to that level, or you could just better yourself. I'm not the type of person that promotes people to just be spectators. If that's the case, then you might as well just don't even watch, because it ends up being you're not even living your own life anymore. You're just cheering other people on and just staying stagnant. And I think that that's a waste if you're not utilizing that experience in a way to somehow better yourself. So, meaning, like you see a football game, right? And you see like a professional football game. There's all these athletes in the middle of the field, and then hundreds of thousands of people watching these people play. And most of the time, these people are just watching. They don't even they don't play themselves. They don't exercise. They don't try to take themselves to a higher level. They just watch and criticize. They criticize people that are way better shape than them, and much that have been working so hard, and then they just criticize them, but they don't turn it around and criticize themselves, in which to learn to better themselves. And that's the problem that I have, is that people end up being that, where they see somebody that's so good at something, and then they just be like, you know what, their ego says, you know what, you'll probably never get as good as that, so you just might as well don't even try. And that's one of the most destructive things about this competitive mindset, is that if you're gonna watch somebody, some people performing or whatever, you should be watching in a sense of, okay, as it is being inspired to say, hey, this person is great at what he does, and I want to learn how to do what he does, and get as good as he is. And even though you might not be like as great as the person that you're watching, at least that you are utilizing and being inspired by that person, in which to better yourself, no matter if it be like physically, mentally, spiritually. All right, and another thing is, when you start looking into the future, and that's the ego again, and that's what I'm saying, is that where you haven't even started yet. Say it's basketball, you see somebody that's dunking, and you haven't even started playing yet, and then your ego starts thinking, well, I don't think you could ever dunk, because you can't even touch the backboard right now, so how could you ever dunk? So don't even do it. That's what the ego's telling you. And what you got to learn to do is just to eliminate that ego and diminish that ego, and just in which to be like, wow, that person, what that person does is amazing. How does he get to jump that high? I want to learn how to do that. And then you find out and say, okay, that person does a lot of like jump roping, that person does a lot of squats, that person does a lot of leg training, that person, plays basketball every day, do that hard work. This is how he did that. So then you could follow that pathway in order to get better, so then you could try to do that too. And that's what I mean. You want to be inspired by people, not watching somebody and then feeling that you need to compete with them. And another time, sometimes also, a lot of times, the person that you're watching could be encouraging you to be competitive and egoistic. If you're watching people that are all arrogant, they think they're all the bomb, and they don't even teach at all, but they just show off, they're arrogant, conceited, then you shouldn't even give those people attention. All right, because they're not really there to help you. They're just there to just be like, hey, look what I could do, and you can't do it. Ha ha. That's how these people are. And then if you ask them, well, I wonder how he does it. How do you do it? And then they'll be like, I'm not gonna tell you, because you gotta find out on your own. Those are the arrogant people, the just conceited people, the egoistic, competitive people. Don't even pay them any attention, because all they search for is attention. And if you give them that attention, you are giving attention to the wrong people. You just pay them no attention, and who cares? Because they're not even there to help you. They're there to just basically help themselves, and just like try to basically make fun of you, embarrass you, or just think that they're above you. And in order, and because they have that mentality, they think that they're above you. They don't want to bring you to their level. That's why they keep everything secretive. You notice anything that you see, any talent, the person that has a talent, they can teach the people how to be as talented as them. But the egoistic person, the competitive person, will not humble himself. He will not. He doesn't have like a good heart in which to want to help people. He just wants to show off and just be like, you know, haha, I'm better than you. And that's a lot of times you encounter a lot of people like that, and just don't even pay them any attention, because you want to search for people. And you'll notice when you find teachers, masters, instructors, you people that that have written books, people that you see in videos or whatever. When you encounter these people, you should have that feeling. It should kind of come inside. It's like an intuitive feeling where you feel that this person is real. This person is like somebody that's worth learning from. This person is like somebody worth, that you can feel that this person's trying to help you. And when you get that and you find that, then that's the time where you could basically utilize that to your advantage and be like, wow, this person's so wise, and I want to learn from this person, and this person's really trying to help. Then you study that person, the books that he writes, the books that he reads, the things that he does, how he lives. Study it, and then you'll get better too, because he's there to help you. And even if it's an athlete or somebody where you could tell when you're watching people. And that's why I'm really turned off by a lot of this MMA competition fighting. When you just watch these people, and you could see right away, you could feel it right away what type of mental state they have. I mean, look at some of these competitions. They're called pride. That's pride. That's a pure ego. That's thinking you're superior, that you're above people. Everybody's below you. That's what pride is. And that's what you want to learn to train yourself to get rid of. In which to not be prideful, but to basically feel and see that we're all here to help each other. We're all here as equal human beings. This person, you might be better. Might be able to be more physically fit than somebody, but then mentally that person could be way above you. So then you're supposed to not think, oh, I'm better than you, or he thinks that he's better than you. It's just more like, hey, can you teach me the mental, and then I can teach you the physical, so we can learn together and better, and progress together, and which to get better together. That's how it's supposed to be. But then when you see these competition fighters, you see it all over them. You know what I mean? When they fight out of anger.